Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest. It is so lovely to have you. We're going to be continuing, of course, our blind playthrough of Tunic. I thought it might be a nice day to begin on the title screen, looking at Mysterious Sword and thinking, reflecting on the massive gains of the last episode. But let's do it as we continue. Here we are again in the far shore, and we check. Hang on, this is not what I was expecting to see. I was literally about to say the words, check it out, we have one of the keys. It's gone. It's gone. So does it disappear in the far shore? Oh, hang on, I'm still wrong one. Sorry, sword. Sorry, sword. Hang on, there's a crisis happening here. Go, back to the overworld. It's never the easiest walk point. I don't have time. I have into my house. Thankfully, they don't seem to know how to use doors. Okay, this will help calm me down. Oh, it is gone. Oh, so it's not just gone in the... It's not just gone in the far shore. It's just gone because we've put it into the sealed temple. But that's... that seems strange to me. Because how do we then... like, I would have thought that the menu is like a measure of us. It's like our way of measuring that we have collected all of the keys, you know what I mean, across the game. So I thought it would still be here. Huh, alright, I literally have to go back and look at the footage. I just checked, I went back and checked the footage of the last episode, and I had explicitly, after we put the key in the sealed temple, I had specifically looked at my menu and noted that the key remains in the menu. So... God, I literally have like stress butterflies in my stomach, like angry stress moths, maybe, or a stick. You know what? All right, here's. Oh my God! So, all right. I think. All right. Let me tell you. I had brushed this off as nothing. And maybe it still was. Maybe it still is in a state of having been nothing. Maybe it was nothing. However, I will say, honestly, that when I ended the game at the end of the last episode, and I quit out of the game, I had this very slight feeling that the ending, like pressing quit... however we bring it up, I did this quit to title screen, and I had this very interesting little small niggling feeling that something looked or sounded a little bit different to normal, but I had, I just brushed that aside and I went, probably not, right? I wonder actually, and it may still be nothing, but I wonder actually if what happened is something a little bit slightly different. And actually the idea is when you bring those keys, all right, so we have to immediately go back to the sealed temple. When you bring those keys to the sealed temple, actually you need to do them sort of all at once. You actually need to go and get the keys in one session within the game, and otherwise they reset. Nope. Okay, well that was my best theory about what was going on. The key is still here, and the you know, one of the hexagons is still gone. I guess it just... No, I don't know. I was going to say, I guess it just works differently to how I expected it to work, because, as I said, I expected that having gotten this key, this menu would represent, you know, the I'm so confused. I thought that the menu would represent our progress across the game of collecting the keys in general. So I thought that the blue one would remain there. But what's really weird about that is that it's not simply me going, oh, you know, the menu actually only represents when you're literally holding the key. And because I have put it here, it's disappeared from my menu. And that doesn't make sense, because again, when I go and look at the footage of after having placed this here, after this giant hexagon disappearing, the key, the blue key was in my... I will never press the menu button correctly. The menu, the blue key was here in the menu. It was both here and it was here at the same time. So I'm very confused, everybody. And again, this is still, you know, like everything else in this game, please do not tell me if there is any explanation for this. I'm sure that there is. It's just I'm baffled. I'm baffled as to why that was in my menu and now it's not in my menu. So we can't, pressing A does nothing, we can't, you know, we can't interact with this anymore. I assume these are the same as they always were. Yep. I am so weirded out by that. I felt so stressed when I saw that that was gone, because I was like, but I got it! It's one of the big three things. I've done one of the big three things. What's happened? You know, I was worried that, like, my save had reverted or something like that, but here it is, and everything else in the menu is as it was, as I left it. But I still do wonder, and I just wonder this to myself, needing, you know, like, no outside information on this. I do still wonder if actually something odd did happen when I quit the game before. How? Totally bizarre. How totally bizarre. Anyway, I have to just shake it off and move on, I guess. I mean, if the key wasn't here, what I was going to do next was definitely head back down to see if it had actually... I was thinking, yeah, if all of this has... Like, maybe when you quit the game, it's like, you know, we're putting the keys back. Because you actually, eventually, when you like, sort of secure all of them, you need to... You know what, it's actually kind of worth just going and checking. I'm just curious to see the state of the world. Man, I have too many thoughts. I'm dealing with one weird mystery here, and I have another one. I have another one to think about right now. There are lots of places where we see these blue designs on the floor. There's one outside in the shrine. This one in here is more designy. I have to say that now that I've been paying more attention to this whole golden path thing, that this is looking very golden pathy, because especially these bits here that look like, where is one? That look like this, that we see in a few different places of what I think are bits of the golden path. Including, yeah, on the curtains in the house. God, I really feel like I'm dabbling in pure conspiracy theory now. But I'm sure that this is a thing. Yeah, here as well. So now I feel like these are connected as well. So do we have a golden path situation, and do we also have like a blue path situation? Are these things like part of the puzzle? Are they, you know, are they like keys to putting the golden path together in some way, or is it like we have to sort of match them? But I can't help but think that it could just be it could just be a design choice. You know, it's a design aesthetic. It's used on the floor here, but it's so prominent, right? It's so prominent. It just doesn't really seem like that's all it is. It looks very, very, very specifically golden pathy. Interesting. I was just thinking, if it is, do I have any known bits of the golden path that sort of, like, let's say, match up with these bits here? Like, this bit here, absolutely, because I would say, not that. I would say that that's making me think about, which one is it on? Here. Down, left, down, I'm looking at the golden path. What I think is the golden path in the background there. I can never press the right thing. Part of what happens is that, like, I play different games on this channel, and different games have different buttons for different menus. So anything like that that becomes like muscle memory gets mixed up with the muscle memory of other games, right? Huh. Yeah, okay, so that could be that bit there. But then, you know, where it goes over here is different. Okay, what about these bits with the little sticks in them? Never. I will never press that correctly. It could even be, if you were to take this right in front of us and rotate it 90 degrees clockwise, then it could look like that bit there. A bit stretched out though. So there are some other places. Oh, hang on. Because this happened once, whenever I see this in the wall now, even though it looks slightly different, I'm like, secret prayer spot? Okay, guys, there's some mysteries afoot, and I gotta demystify. I gotta attempt to demystify them. I've got to investigate. Okay, let's go this way. Let's go this way because I've learned. Oh my god, there's so many things to revisit. I actually now I want to pop in here. So these things surely are also related, right? And the only thing, so the lines that are on these things are very golden pathy as well. They're probably golden doors, even though they're not all golden in every spot. Sorry, there's a bit of a noise outside. I don't know if it's being picked up by the microphone. But the one, the little squares that are on the end of this line, the only golden path piece I have that accords with is the one that's on the curtain in the house. That has, I think it has a little circle on it. Okay, now that we've collected a key, I wanted to come back here to see if anything... Like, it's not as if these are like three plinths or anything. But I mean, it does have, like everywhere, it has hexagons around it. Well, let's try my new thing. Nope. Okay. Okay. Still no idea what this is going to turn out to be, but it's going to be super cool when we have an idea. Actually, we can connect straight with the house here, can't we? I can show you. I can put it on screen. There. Now that one has a dot, like a circle at the end of it, which is different to this, but it could be the same sort of thing going on. Just gotta try. I know that's not gonna do anything, but I've just gotta try. Okay, alright. Oh, investigations. Where we may be a detective this episode. I mean, we're always a detective, just on a very, very, very particular mission. Let's go in here. Hey, close-up Tunic. And close-up Tunic also means close-up items. Check it out. There's our improved shield. Hang on. Whoa! It's coming for you. Amazing. It's so interesting to see it up close. Now I've finally, translated this thing here, so I know it says no souls returned. It still says no souls returned. I think I've already tried that. No. I mean, our magic... So, we know that our magic items are using the power of our soul. I tend to think blue glowy stuff is soul. Which means it's really interesting. Our knife, our dagger. Our dagger has a blue glow. It, of course, uses magic points. It's using soul. It has soul in it, perhaps. We can also say that for sure about the lantern. Now, of course, the thing that I've pointed out before is both the lantern and the dagger, when we acquire them, the text that comes up on screen says, "You found a light." A light. They're both described as a light, but this one was not. This was described as an item. No information whatsoever. This was described as an item, and we know it's special and it's particular, and it does use magic points. However, it has a pink glow, and certainly we have all kinds of thoughts about pink glow. I don't know, just like press, hold, press fast. There it goes. So we don't seem to be able to use magic items to return. I mean, I can't use the lantern at all. The other thing that we have is we have this bomb. This type of bomb also has a blue glow to it. But I only have 5 of them. I don't really... like, nothing else has worked here, right? I don't think if I chuck a bomb on this, it's going to return souls. Anyway, the other reason to come back here is that there's many of these little underground places that have these designs on the side. This is yet another one. Now, it's very interesting to me that these designs, and I'm just taking a look, do they seem to be the same design? These designs are partially obscured, very, very conspicuously. Very conspicuously. This also seems very, like it's not gold, but everything in here is blue, right? So maybe it is gold. I mean, maybe this water here is gold, but we're in a very blue room and therefore it turns green like our warp points are. I don't really want to think too much about if this is golden colored liquid, but what that means for it. However, it may well be. It may well be that if you remove the blue light from this room, Maybe this is a golden stream, a golden river, which has all kinds of implications for what the golden path may be. But yeah, like surely this is connected as well. And this is pretty extensive. I would say of all of the things that I've seen so far that might be related to the gold path, this would surely be the most complete picture. If they all, let's say that they all connect up in the same, no, they can't do, because I would say between this one and this one, they seem like they are the same picture. And if they are the same picture, I honestly think that basically here we have effectively the full picture. I would say what we can see on the left side of this one here at the back, more or less, unless they're not completely symmetrical, which they might not be, but if they are symmetrical, I would say we have the full picture between these two things. It's pretty extensive. That's a lot of lines. Now, notably, there might be more that are obscured, but again, if it's symmetrical, I think probably not. This has two full circles in it, which might be start and end points or something like that. It might be nodes, I don't know. But they are distinctly different to the portion of one that we see in the house that has a different shape. You can't, yeah, it's not the same. Like the lines don't go in the same, even if you turn it and extend it, stretch it, the lines don't go in the same place. So I think we're definitely dealing with, different, yeah, like not just one big map, I suppose. You know, all of the pieces don't come together into this, for example. It seems like I don't know what's going on, but I would say that there's multiple things going on. But this has got to be part of it. Let me just switch that back. Cool. I'm still honestly, despite what I think the manual is saying to me about this stick, and I think the manual is saying just a stick, I am so suspicious that this is not just a stick. I am really, really suspicious. Cool. Look how good we look with our Sailor Moon weapon, our Sailor Moon wand. Awesome. Okay. That was one. I got some more things to think about here. These things are still chasing me. Ah, they don't stop. They keep coming. Hang on. Guess what? I got just the thing for you. Whoa! It nearly got me. Oh my god, that was amazing. That was amazing. Okay, now we have. This is kind of a blue path, except it's not. It's different. Like this is a pattern. It's not lines. It's not continuous lines and nodes or anything like that. Interesting. Okay. I'm tempted to think about all of, this mystery on the map again. But I don't know what to do, so I'm just walking away from it for the time being. So that's a mystery for another time. But I do want to just pop in here. Take a look at this. I'm sure I already have a picture of this, but I'm making sure that I actually take some photos from my phone here so I can really think about these shapes again. It definitely has similarities. In fact, I'm going to pull up the photo I just took of the other picture. Does this look like it has the same? No. There are bits of this that look similar, but I can't actually see any real pattern similarities to the last shape that we were looking at with the bowl, the soul bowl room behind the waterfall. Okay, Okay, oh, hello. Is this grass that has regrown, or is this grass I haven't cut? My little OG marshmallows. So cute. Hey! Ah, there we go. Oh! Whoa, I'm sorry about that. I was intending to murder your friend or your child and I drowned them. Still murdering them. Oh, whoops. I did it to you as well. Oh, no, it feels extra bad somehow. Feels extra bad. This is so pretty, actually. Let's leave this grass as much as I can. Okay, this is just a grate. This is just a grate. Have I tried this? Yeah, of course I have. Does nothing. I wonder if we'll be able to enter there or if it'll be a place we come out of. Uncut grass, hey? I simply cannot tolerate it. Or has this regrown? All of this has been cut. No, maybe I just never cut this in the first place. Well, it's gone now. I swear to God, I'm gonna get every single blade. I'm gonna get every blade. What's the way to the next one? Over here, I think. Over here. Have I looked at this? Every now and again, a little spot just seems suspicious. Yes. So that door... I can't remember if this looks the same. To me, it does look the same as other similar doors. But I'll check. I'll double check. It feels like what we're gonna need. Sorry, my brain is. This is a brain jumpy abouty episode. More, perhaps slightly more intensely than other episodes. I'm not sure. Maybe exactly the same as other episodes. But I'm just looking around trying to put pieces of information together. It feels to me like I have another ability coming. At the very least, another ability. And it feels like the ability has to be the ability to cross gaps without anything to hold on to. You know, this orb solves the problem of, okay, there's a specific thing that we can grip onto on the other side, we can move there. However, it feels like what I need is something that will, like, warp me across a gap where there's nothing to grab. Okay, now this all of a sudden seems extra interesting to me because this is probably the only room I've seen where this effect is happening, right? And this now seems like a path that is simply being projected onto the walls. And so, like, to even capture it, you sort of need, either a video or lots of photos, which I am literally taking now. I'm also just sort of trying to look at the shapes that are coming out. Like, that looks like a rectangle or a square. When I say that, it's very hard for me to... That looked like a dot. That looked like a circle. A circle on the end of that line there. It's disappeared now. Okay. Sorry, I can't... I don't have my pointing implement here, and Let me try and point like this. So that looks like a square going up there. That bright bit going up there looked like a dot. This is projecting path. This is a projected piece of path. Interesting. Which does make me think that maybe this room isn't about getting into the water after all. Or maybe it still is. But it could also be that the sole thing going on in this room is this projection. Is the information that you get from this projection here. How interesting. How interesting. Oh, I really want to. What? What? What just happened there? Huh? 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 Oh my god. There's a path here. Forget what I just said. No, don't forget it, because it still seems like that ability is needed in many other places, but it's clearly not needed here. What? Oh, how sneaky. Oh, I never did this. I never did this. You can just see the little shadow there. Oh my god. Oh my god. So many secret things. I wonder if I can pray to this thing from here. Because otherwise, how would I... Well, I may still need that ability to get up there. Let's see. Okay, we probably can't reach that page yet either, but... Where does this go? Is it the graveyard? Oh my god, guys. I hadn't got around to it because I've had nothing but unexpected things. None of my plans this episode have worked out. I have had only surprises, but I had plans to talk to you about some ideas about this graveyard. I don't even know if this is the graveyard, but surely, right? This has graveyard vibes. Oh, it is. It is. Oh, crazy. I could have come here anytime. Oh, man. Oh, but how exciting. How exciting. And look, there's a piece of golden path there. That's definitely a piece of golden path. Okay. All right. Okay. In that case, on this crazy note, don't worry, I'm not ending the episode. I want to get around to telling you what I was going to say. So, we're going to stand here. Well, Little Fox, maybe Tunic, Ruin Seeker is going to stand here. We are going to transport. Welcome everybody, welcome back to our little, our little space of learning, our little space of knowledge accumulation. So kind of just a couple of little things that I cleaned up and realized after the end of the last episode where we did like kind of most of this text, not all of it. I realized that I do actually have, I didn't have this full word before. I realized I do actually have the k or the ko or whatever sound that's in the middle of it. So this is beacon. This is saying, and so the cycle continues. Ruin seekers, the beacon, are tested. Now that is so fascinating. As far as I can, as far as I would naturally interpret, I think they are saying that ruin seekers are the beacon. The beacon. The beacon. So, naturally, it's natural, I think, to think beacon of hope, beacon of light, something like bringers of positive change, perhaps, all of that. But it's also just literally making me think of a light. And that is making me think... I'll get to it. I'll come back to this. But anyway, beacon is done. Moving on, big realization is that I had quickly translated this as forgotten, which would mean that those who abandon their quest, the ruin seekers who abandon their quest, i.e. I think die, are forgotten and simply disappear. So negative, I've realized I've gone back to it and gone, oh no, it's forgiven. It's forgiven, actually. So it's completely opposite meaning, actually. Well, it's a positive sentence. Those who abandon their quest are forgiven and simply disappear. They still disappear, but they've been forgiven. it's still like, okay, there's a very positive reading to this, and I think there's a less positive reading to this. I mean, if abandon their quest means they die, which I think it does mean, they're the past iterations of the hero, right? They die, they're seen as abandoning their quest because, I don't know, rather than die, their will to go on is gone. So it's kind of weird. It's like saying it's your fault. This is the negative reading of it, right? It's like saying it's your fault. It's your will that has prevented your quest from continuing. It is not that something happened to you and your quest is over. It is that you have effectively ended your own quest. But anyway, you're forgiven for it, and now you disappear. That reading, I think, is a little bit less positive, but maybe, you know, like that's probably overthinking it, but at the same time, it's got that kind of air of, it's got a little, that particular perspective has an air of like some sort of benevolent, or no, let's say a higher power, or an even darker reading, something that wants to seem like a higher power, something that wants to have some sort of, you know, faith-based control, let's say, over the narrative of people's lives. We're going places with this one. And it is telling you that you can be forgiven for your death. You know, i.e. your death is a sin. Alright, so we've actually come full circle and made this negative again. Anyway, those are two possible readings for it, but either way, it's forgiven and not forgotten. Forgiven, not forgotten. Interesting. I also realized that I just looked at this. I saw true. I saw the word true, and I just made a quick assumption that this was power, and I didn't look at it properly. I can see, because I know this word really well, this is hero. So it's actually those who are strong enough to remember their true hero. And I've realized this is selves. I have all, you know, this is easy, this is L, and this is V. So I just forgot that in the moment. So those who are strong enough to remember their true hero selves will, and actually it's not will the noun, it's will the particle, through violence begin the cycle anew. Will you be heir to the air and wait within the shadow oubliette? Absolutely, this is the coolest thing I've found in this text, but there's so many cool things. There's so many cool things. And we will continue with this translation, but not for the time being, because what I've done is I've gone back to a couple of pages I haven't revisited in a long time and just cleaned up a couple of things really quick. This is still a mystery to me. It's probably a really obvious word, but I just haven't come to grips with it. Its stamina points represent your something and strength, and I don't know what this letter is, so we're going to leave that. But I did go back and realize, oh, this is the other one I didn't have, and it's other. So when you evade or perform other actions. Pretty simple. That's the only thing for that page. This one is really just to remind myself that I think there's just this one word here. Oh, sorry, two words that I don't have, here and here. So it's saying you can only, when you run out of vigor, you can only, and it's either hop, but I did also realize it could be leap. I don't have this character here yet, so I don't know which one it is. And it could actually be either, because her and L words have this. So I'm not sure. Hop or leap, I think. That's what our little guy is doing. And then you are something vulnerable. It could be really vulnerable, but I already have a re. I don't know. It could be a different, slightly sounding re. It's something. So I don't really have that one yet. I had to bring you back here to because I figured out what this is. I realized that I do have this character, and it's the from it's the actually I don't know what it's from. I have that from something or other, I've forgotten. But either way, so that I know that makes this father, and that makes perfect sense, because what that means, it's saying, is granting wishes requires payment, and further inspiration requires wishes. Wanting to get more use of cards requires wishes. Makes perfect sense. So that's done. guess what? An elusive word on this hint page I now have. I'm so happy with this acquisition here, because now I know that when the checkpoint is dead, what I had previously was it must see to the, and then this single, you know, letter symbol here, and I was guessing maybe it was a ray. I couldn't really make much sense of it. Now I know it says core, and it makes perfect sense, and it's very interesting. These things, shrines, whatever they're called, must see, checkpoint perhaps, let's say, the checkpoint needs to see to the core, and what we do to get it undead, let's say, is we connect it to the conduits that connect to an activated plinth. Now this is a really interesting time to have this knowledge right here. I think this is kind of perfect timing for me, because we've just learned a huge amount about these things. And the idea that it must see to the core now makes so much sense. I can see it in a whole new way, because now what we're doing is we're connecting the shrine to an activated conduit, which itself connects to these things. These things not only have emaciated souls or something inside of them, but I guess they themselves most likely connect all the way down to the core of the land, of the earth, of the planet. I don't know what we're talking about, but all that down there where there's loads of energy, where the source of energy is, right? So that's a really interesting one to kind of pick up at this time. Yeah, anyway, fascinating, and again, dark and mysterious and interesting. Now here, it's been a very long time since I've returned to this page, but I thought I'd do a little bit of work here on this partial text that we have. So, most of it is easy enough to translate. Up here, it's something of prayer. It'll be so interesting to get the other half of this spread here. We can see that there's some word here that ends with meant and rest. So I think that they're saying something about prayer there. Something, hold a for a short time. You can tell it's been a long time since I've revisited this page, because I had to convert all of the thes into ahs and vice versa. Something, you but venerate those who, the rest of the sentence. Now this is kind of an interesting thing to think about as well, right? Because when they say we're venerating those who, I don't know, are we venerating, if I had translated this previously, I would have seen this as symbolic, a symbolic sort of veneration that we're doing through prayer here. Whereas now I'm like, is it literally the things that are inside here that we're venerating? It could be. And the last partial line here is the tools of a lost, and then I have this character here. Now so far the characters that I've collected that have that upper part on them begin with L, B, the, and D. So it's a single word, a single sound word. So is it like something like a lost lie, a lost boy, a lost bee? There's my little lost bee here. I so far my best guess is that it's a day. It could be that this is day, because these are the tools of a lost day. My first thought was a bygone era or something like that, right? So yeah. Sorry, I hope that's high enough for you to see. Yeah, so I think that this could be day. That's my guess. Now the last little thing is that I went back to this page. It's been again an equally long time, because I had to convert all of the thes to are and vice versa. And I've just done this top half because it's a lot of text. But this was also, I think, a really fortuitous time to tackle this text again. So what I have now is that, this first meter is saying your will to go on, improve with ash. Yes, we know what this is called now. To gain more HP per sip. I have a little smiley face because I was delighted with this, the idea that this is per sip. I just liked it. It seems neat to me. I really like it. The next one down, our vigor or a stamina bar is saying, if it's flashing, you're out of breath. Remember, and I was able to, I think, learn bar from this. You take extra damage. Makes sense. Go on to page 16 to read more about it. Now, this one is super interesting. Of course, our magic bar turns out to be the power of your soul. Using magic items consumes it. So I think that this is how I've been able to learn what I think is the character for Sue. I would say consumes. It could be Sue. It could be Sue or it could be consume. Like maybe somebody is saying consumes. I don't know. It could be Sue or it could be Sue. But either way, useful. Thank you. I will take that. Yum, yum, yum. Some foes leave their souls. So yeah, interesting. It's not really like we've heard, that magic is, the blue stuff is souls before. So it's not a huge revelation, but just interesting. The next one along, we now have you can run. Your stamina points refill even when running, so you can enter fights strongly. What interesting phrasing. Everywhere. This isn't the first time I've translated the word everywhere, but every time I do it, I freaking love it. There's something about this word and the way it's written that I just find really delightful. Everywhere will exhaust you. Sorry, rolling everywhere will... I was like, what am I saying? Rolling everywhere will exhaust you. That's what it is. And the last one that I've done is the card thing here. Try new cards. Interesting. Have you discovered... I originally thought, I had a context guess that this was saying like, do you know how to use cards? But now I know it says, have you discovered how to use cards? Be sure to make wishes if you have coins. Great. It's so cool. It's really satisfying because some of these words I've only, translated relatively recently. Anyway, that's that from me in my little lovely knowledge translation workshop space. Let's head back into game. Hold the freaking phones. I was just about to transfer us back into the game, and I have just literally... I didn't think I had this character, and I realized I do have this character, and now I know what this is. This is ing. It's because I've written it really oddly here, so it doesn't like click in my brain that this is the way I'm used to seeing ing. So this is the ro from drop, and ing, roaring. This is roaring. Oh man, that is not what I expected. I don't know what I expected this to be, but I suppose I was, I would have said a few of my ideas in the past before, like, is this going to be the name of someone that Little Fox is thinking of, that they're searching for or something like that? No, it's roaring because they're praying in front of this horror show here, and when they activate it, they hear roaring, or perhaps what they hear as roaring, and maybe it's screaming. Oh my god, it's roaring. It's roaring. Oh, it's roaring. It's roaring. Oh my god. Okay. While I'm back here and literally thinking about this anyway, I don't know why I did that. It just felt neater. Again, we have all of these extra ways to think about this. So again, I'm asking, I wonder what is going on with these trees that are in the background. Originally, when I saw this, it just seemed, this whole page, it seemed to contribute to the, to the very gentle, restful, contemplative, you know, reflexive sort of vibe that seems to be going on here, even the color of the whole page, etc. And so the trees give it extra, like, oh, we're communing with, well, communing sounds kind of not that great, you know, like we're communing with an old god of nature, you know, something like that. But this is not, I mean, if it once was, it's not anymore. This is not an old god of nature. This is some kind of horrible energy, you know, torturous energy extraction machine. So what's the meaning of this, I wonder? What's the meaning of this? Oh, little fox is praying and going, roaring. Now I want, this raises an extra question, which is, you know, that one of the many questions that we constantly have here is, what does the little fox know? I don't know things, but I don't know what little fox knows about what they're doing. So I wonder if they're thinking, roaring, sounds like, you know, or are they thinking, roaring, I freaking know what that is, you know, and are they disturbed by it? Anyway, there you go. That's another 3 minutes of massive realization there, live for you all. And we're back, and my god, I myself thought that I was just about to take you into some things that I had planned to tell you. I had planned those things. And I've had another really amazing revelation at the end of it all. And all of that was to bring me to the point to tell you the thing that I started out wanting to tell you, which is that doing that, particularly going back and having a look at the hint page, was making me think yet again. Well, it was about two things. It was kind of a collision of two ideas, because I was like, yeah, man, I feel like I'm meant to have found old burying ground. This is kind of S.H.I.E.L.D. all over again, where I'm like, surely, you know, like at this stage, I feel like I have, you know, I know I'm fairly sure I know the location of like the big three places with the keys, right? You know, so where the hell is this? It feels, and when I think about those things, right. I was thinking, where the hell is old burying ground? Because I was thinking, it feels like a place I should be able to reach that is outside of the three main places where we're expecting to get the keys. I'm not sure which page is best to go to. You know, and so I don't think that the graveyard is connected to the forest temple, I don't think it's in the sky, and I don't think it's at the root of the world. I think it's elsewhere. And the other thing I was thinking about is, yeah, like I'm expecting probably there's at least one other ability. We got one major ability here in Frog's Domain, and Frog's Domain is a place that you can access, you know, close to the library, but separately from. It's just in an area that's just off the overworld, right? It's in the annex. And you can go here and you can get that other ability. And I was thinking two questions. One was, I wonder if there is another ability coming to me, at least one more. I wonder where it is. And I was also on the side of that thinking, I wonder where old burying ground is. And so I thought, I wonder if the ability is in old burying ground, because that would make sense from a game design perspective, right? Like we've kind of been, we haven't been here off the side here, but I might need the ability to go there. Similarly, we haven't been here, but again, I might need a new ability to go here. There's probably other places, there's other things I haven't been able to access. I don't know, you know, like there's probably other places, right? There's the other one that's on my mind is little cave off here. So, you know, I'm sure that there's many. I haven't been investigating in here at all, but you know, I don't think that's where the ability is going to come from. I don't think it's going to come from the main places where we get a key. From a game design perspective, I don't think that's how it's going to work. that's just my feeling. And so I was expecting there's probably a new ability in an area that's like Frog's Domain, in a separate sort of place that you can access. So I did think, I wonder if it's old burying ground. There's also this weird thing that we also can't access. However, because I can't access it, maybe we need a new ability to access it. So I was thinking to myself, and literally, we're we're towards the end of this episode, and I came into this episode, my plan, if I hadn't been completely surprised and destabilized at the very beginning of the episode, was actually to talk to you about this thinking. And I didn't have an actual plan of approach, but I was going to think about this with you live in the episode and go. So I'm kind of keen to think from a game design perspective. I wonder where old burying ground could be if I don't expect it to be in the three main, in the quarry, in the library, in the Eastern Vault. I wonder where else, what else is there to sort of investigate. I wonder where else it could be. Here we are. How about freaking that? Honest to God, guys, I came into this episode thinking my goal, one of my main goals for today is to have a think with you about how to find this place, and I've just ended up freaking finding it. Okay, now, with all of that out of the way, let me have a little pause here without even moving forward, just to have a listen to this music. I need to take this in. This episode has been nothing but surprises. Nothing but surprises for me. This is so amazing. This is so unexpected and brilliant. I am so glad that I didn't find this until now. I'm so happy. I am so happy with how this has panned out, because this has been such an amazing... It has led me to having the experience of this episode where I came in with a certain plan and none of my plan worked out because all kinds of unexpected things happened. Anyway, so, as I said, I just want to have a little bit of a think about the soundscape here. There's all kinds of things going on in this music. This is very diverse. So this section of the music that's playing now certainly feels at home in a burying ground. It has the feeling, it again, actually, to go to a certain, I keep mentioning vaporwave throughout this game, but so many things are sort of reminding me of it. This has the feeling almost of like old music playing in the background on an old... It doesn't actually have the crackles that you might expect if you were actually listening to a vaporwave track, but this style of the music feels like something that you're listening to on an old record, for example, and it feels gentle. It doesn't actually feel... It doesn't actually sound like sad music. It just sort of sounds like sort of soft music. And but the context of it suggests something sad, something lost, something of the past. So that all feels very appropriate. Then you get this section here. There's that little synthy traveling up, up and down, traveling this bit that's coming in stronger now. It starts coming in, it just waves high, it disappears in the fog again, it comes out, it's a little bit closer, it goes back into the fog, it comes out again. I'm literally like waving my arm in the air as I do that, back and forward. And then it's gone again. It's interesting because that little bit there has the tone of excitement, of urgency. fun. It's a little bit more like what I would have expected down in the ziggurat, right? Urgent and hurried, but doesn't feel like an emergency because of all of the other stuff that's going on in the music. It just feels like we're slightly rushing towards something important, an important realization or an important task. However, it's really offset by all the other soundscape. Like this. Now it's hushed. It almost sounds like mist, like fog. And it actually kind of feels a bit like the music broke down. And it's not the same music anymore at this point. It's literally wound down roughly. And then you get a bit of silence before this little piano reprieve comes in. Forgive me for taking a little bit of time to think about this, but it's not just that I so love the music in this game, which I do, but that even while I was going blah 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 and talking about other stuff, I could hear that this music had a lot of complexity to it. And the music is, I mean, sure, I could have rushed in. Even that bit there is a little bit... There's little bits of storminess as well. It's all perfectly burying groundy, right? It's perfectly graveyardy. Oh man, this is very, very interesting, complex soundscape. That's the best way I can think to describe it. Oh, thank you guys. I'm so sorry, but we're going to have to leave this episode here because we've spent the whole episode having crises, having excitement, having revelation after revelation after revelation, doing really fascinating on-the-spot discoveries, on-the-spot surprise, unplanned thinking, a little bit of planned thinking, and then more mashing some of these ideas together afterwards, and then a little bit of music analysis. This is the point where I'm going to have to leave this episode, but of course in the next episode we are going to do whatever whatever exploring of old burying ground we can. How thrilling. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me and this little fox, and we're gonna potentially explore somewhere spooky in the next episode. We'll see. I'm very excited. I hope you're excited too. If you've been enjoying, a like for the video, subscribes for the channel, and positive comments as long as they don't contain any game information or confirmations or anything of that nature at all. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you so much for continuing to show, very respectful restraint around this. I so appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next episode, potentially for spooky times, potentially for sad times, potentially for, I don't know, some other kind of time. I'll see you there.